Welcome to Looks Vintage RC. So in this video, we got something quite special. You're looking at the 1989 Kyosho Turbo Raider, kit number 3188 from Kyosho's log. Super cool thing. Some of you might not even know about this car, and some of you might even know the rarity of this car. Kyosho wouldn't do a bunch of these. This was probably only done for about a year or so. I didn't even know about this car until I watched the RC Retro channel. That's how I was able to know a little bit about this car here. I contacted Mr. Ari when I spotted this thing on Marketplace, and he told me, he said, because I was kind of curious if I should spring for it or not, because it was a pretty good drive. It was about an hour away from me one way, and then I had to drive another hour back, and plus it was not super cheap. It was still like over $150 for this thing, and it was not in perfect shape. The body was a Team Blue Groove shell. The decals are pretty banged up. The shock spacer parts, like the tensioners that adjust the shock, the height and all that, there was 3 of them that was broken. So it was a car that needed saving, but it could be saved. So I paid the money for it, and the guy gave me a remote and a couple other little things for the car as well that he wasn't using. So that's always nice. I could use that stuff for other projects. Yeah, big thanks to Mr. Ari from the RC Retro channel. Check out his channel. He does one of these as well. Quick snippet of what his YouTube channel looks like right now. Now, doing a little bit of research myself, I found out something about this car. And I'm going to go through all the things real quick, and I'll show you the box as well. Back in 1989, the end of the year, that they do like end of year awards and stuff like that. This car action entry-level car of the year. It had a lot of contenders. I still want to get that big giant book that they had and see if I could see what it's all about. But I did see that on the Google. Pretty cool car. Let's tell you the upgrades on this thing that came from the factory. So it's very cool. So you got Kyosho Ultima racing shocks. You got Kyosho Rocky rear tires. Amazing buggy for them as well. The 4-wheel drive off-road racing buggy. And then you got a 22-turn mega motor that I'll show you in just a second, single wound. So a very cool rebuildable motor as well. A limited edition decal sheet. I'm trying to think what else there is. And then the rims are option house for Kyosho Ultima Racing Series. It was pretty maxed out. Although I think it would just have been, it would have been even more greater if they would have included ball bearings. But nonetheless, we put ball bearings in it. I got with this company, Team JB, and they're the ones who got us the ball bearings. So super cool. I'll put their company down in the description down below as well. What else? This is what it looks like on the bottom. It's got some scratches, not perfect, but I could buff all that out in time. Get this off. I'll show you what it looks like inside. I have spacers for the wing, just to kind of bring up the wing a little bit. Here's what it looks like inside. Got a 1060 ESC and a 2.4 gigahertz radio that I'm running this car with. The battery is just a 7.4 volt, 3000 milliamp. So nothing crazy, and it works great. It's the same size as a stick pack, the 6-cell stick pack. Slides in here perfectly. You got these little plastic ties, and that's pretty much it. A light car, not super heavy. The oil in here is a 17.5 weight. for the front, and then I believe I got 20 weight in the back. If I remember, maybe it was 25. I don't remember. Maybe it's all 17.5. I don't recall, but it runs. It's great. I don't have any more 30 weight. Otherwise, I would have just probably put 30 weight in it. So that's pretty much that. If I could get you guys to, it would mean everything if you guys would just, please subscribe to my channel. I'm getting closer and closer to the 4,000 subscribers now. I think I'm only like 239 away to make the 4,000. I was thinking probably by summer of 2025, I would get there, but I've been pretty blessed, and it looks like I might even make it right after New Year's. I mean, that would be just absolutely bonkers. So you guys can help aid me in that if you're watching this, and you can help me achieve my goal. And also, it really does help the algorithm on Luke's Vintage RC, and puts more of my content out there, and thus will bring a little bit more revenue to the channel and help me afford ones that I want to get that I just can't afford. So that would be amazing. We do have some cool ones coming up though on the channel, and that is going to be the Cat XLS Masami. We got the RC10T that we just got finished with the body. Now we just need to build the car. That video will be coming up soon. We got the Playtron Lynx to do. The Daytona Thunder by Tamiya. Gavin over at RC Kicks already did his, and it turned out great. So can't wait to do mine. And then we got the Team Associated Jam & J to do. That's going to be a lot of fun. And a TC3 I need to finish up. Spica. And then just something that just popped up on the on Loose Vintage RC Studios, and I couldn't be any happier. This has been a dream of mine to have one of these, and that is this car. Some of you might not even know what this is. Some of you might know the rarity of this thing. In my opinion, probably in the top 10 rarest RC cars ever made. I needed just one to finish my collection. This is 1980. I think this is 1986 or 85. Aristocrat high-tech koala. These came in very unique flavors. You could get extra parts for them and stuff. You could get the cap for the back. You can get this one in a 4-wheel drive form, 2-wheel drive form. Very special buggy, and I'm so happy. Although it is in not the best shape, I will say. Well, tires aren't. But God, there's none of these. There's no videos of this car on YouTube until now. It's just crazy. Just crazy. But there will be one that's just solely about this car in the future. So that's pretty much it. We're going to go straight into the build-up of the off-road racer Kyosho Turbo Raider. That's going to start right now. Let's open the box on this vintage Kyosho Turbo Raider. So I kind of got it loosened up a little bit. These are kind of difficult to open right off the bat. So let's go inside. And here's what we got to work with. We got our bearings. We got some paints. We got a servo. Let's go inside here. So what exactly is in this bag? We got our stickers. Nice. We do have a manual. 1989. The blister packs have been opened. That's okay. We got our body, Team Blue Groove. Owner did say cannot find a body, so that's all right. He ordered one for us. We got a wing. Heat sink. Connectors. Chassis parts. Looks like some top deck parts. There's gold shocks on here. I don't know what that is. More bolts. This open. This one already has a servo. Maybe I could use this one. Utaba. Bumper. That's a mechanical speed control. A chassis. Dusty. Let's go inside this box. We've got a motor in here. Open that up. Gearbox. Tires. More tires. Another tire. Another tire. Rims. Definitely dirty. Bumper. No, body post. Yeah. So definitely dirty wheels and tires and stuff. So definitely gonna have to wash everything. And that's pretty much it. I hope I have all the parts to build this thing. I think I do. Nothing else. What's this? Oh no, it's just a zip tie. And that's it. I think we're gonna be rocking and rolling. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get to washing everything real good. And then we'll get to building it. All right, so now we got the body to do, guys. I just trimmed the body up a little bit. I still got to go in here and clean it up a little bit. It's a little rough still. So did some areas with the scissors and some with the snap, score and snap. But probably going to go back and clean everything up with my trusty Dremel. But now I need to find a place to mount the ESC and the receiver. I know you guys do see the MSC in here, but that's just to keep everything vintagey. So I'm going to run it with an ESC for the run video and then put everything back in vintage mode. So I need a place to mount my electronic speed control, and right here looks like a nice spot. I'm going to make another shelf right here out of some clear Lexan, cut that into a nice little clean square. This is actually sort of a thicker piece, so it'll be nice and sturdy for it. And it's clear enough where you can mark your holes and drill them out, and then it'll be a perfect mount just with a couple screws. So it's going to look really good and sharp. Let's go ahead and get to modifying the shelf. All right, so we're at 0. Let's see how fast the Turbo Raider will go. All right, 21.4 miles an hour. We'll take it. All right, now to the run review. You know, one thing for sure with this car here, it definitely stands out with the coloring. I've got to give Kyosho credit on that. That 22 turn motor really does waken this thing up. And this version gave you the better shocks from the Ultima too, and the nicer looking wheels. It's going to be a questionable thing if you're thinking this is better looking than a Hornet, or I kind of still think the Hornet is cooler looking. But for just an entry-level car, with some of these little cool upgrades, I think it turned out great. Yeah, not shabby. Almost 21 and a half miles an hour. It's pretty good. A Hornet, I think, does about 18 or so, maybe 19. I think I got 18 or 19 out of my brand new one from the box. So, yeah, this is faster. But it's also probably a little bit more money. But that's okay. Full ball bearings now. I think on anything, what they should have done was just give you the same motor like a Le Mans. They didn't have to give you the mega motor, the 22 turner, nothing like that. I feel like they could give you a Le Mans motor, ball bearings, maybe the wheels and tires is great, and the upgraded suspension. That's probably what I would have done. But it's nice to have a 22 turn motor in there, and maybe charge a little less money. If you guys know how much these were, please leave a comment down below. But I don't think these were cheap. Alrighty, so now let's go ahead and do a quick jump. All right, now what we're gonna see how she handles this course of the video. Let's see here. Typically we get a little bit of 3-wheel action, get to see how the suspension works. A little dip unload there for a second. Yeah, a little bit there, guys, a little 3-wheel action. Did all right. All right, let's go ahead and pull her on in. Alrighty, that's gonna be a wrap on the 1989 Turbo Raider from Kyosho. Yeah, she turned out great. Very attractive looking thing in a weird geometrical kind of way, I would say. So yeah, big thank you to RC Retro Channel for giving me the the gusto to go through with this project, because I really was going to do it because I wanted to do a different one, but there's actually a lot of cool factors in this thing. Very special parts on this one. These weren't made very long, and just shortly after this, Kyosho would release the Pro, and I believe it may have even been a little cheaper than this one. This was not a cheap car back in the day, because the Kyosho's going to charge you for the upgrades. So anyways, thank you all so very much. If you can, please hit the like. I always enjoy your comments, and most of all, subscribe to the channel. Would mean the world. Alrighty guys, thank you so very much for coming along with me on this journey of the 89 Turbo Raider. And we got plenty more cool RCs coming up. I promise, you're not going to want to miss them. Bye.